Hi there guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all well, hope you've all had a great week. This week's project, I'm going to get away from the bowls and the colouring. We've done enough of that for the last few weeks, so I thought we'd do something a bit different. And I can't remember if I told you or not, a few months ago I bought a load of wood from a guy who unfortunately had dementia and he couldn't turn no more, so he was selling all his stock off, and there was just loads of different bits. Anyway, within that pile or stack or amount that I bought, there was 3 bits like this. It's got a few cracks in the end, but I'm hoping if I cut the ends off then the cracks should be gone. Apparently this has been drying now since 2016, so it should be nice and dry. I'm not sure what it is. If anybody can tell me through the bark, because that's how you identify wood, through the bark. So if anybody can tell me, that'd be great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a chunk of this off and I'm going to try and turn a Winnie the Pooh honey pot. Will I get there? Don't know. Time will tell. So I just thought it'd be something different other than the bowls and the colouring I've been doing lately. So I'm going to go get a chunk of this off and then I'll meet you guys over at the lathe. Right, so I've got my piece cut. As you can see, still got a little piece there. I'm hoping I can turn that out. I haven't turned that end off or cut that end off. The reason being is I want to make the lid out of this end. So I'm going to put a mortise, is that a mortise or a tenon? One of the two on this end, so I can hold it in the chuck and then I can turn it off at a later date, so that's not a problem. So let's get this centered and get it between centers, and then we can turn our bits we need to turn on it. Got a manky piece of bark on there, so let's get rid of that. Rubbish. So let's get it between centers and go for it. Like I said from the start, I want something a bit rustic looking. I'm not looking for a perfect imitation to Winnie the Pooh's honey pot. I'm just looking for something that's a bit fun, because the projects I've done the last few weeks have been a bit, don't get me wrong, they've been good projects, but too serious. Very too serious. Let's have a bit of fun for a change. So anyway, let's get this between centers. I don't know if you can see that we have a nasty crack through there, and there's another one there, another one there, another one there, another one there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my rough shape, and before I cut the lid off of it, I'm going to fill that with some epoxy glue, coloured epoxy. Hopefully that'll hold together. That's the plan anyway. I was hoping that the crack wasn't going to go, especially that one. That's the one I showed you at the start, the little bit left. I was hoping that it wasn't going to go all the way through, but it has. But we will conquer and overcome. So what I say, I'm going to do is turn my basic honey pot shape, put a tenon on this end so I can grab it in the chuck, square this end off, square that end off, and then we'll pour some epoxy into these cracks and leave it to dry, and hopefully we'll still get a good we'll get a nice little pot out of it. I'm not giving up. I am not giving up, because it is a nice piece of wood, but I don't want it to fly apart in my face either. So we're going to be cautious as we go through it. We'll be cautious and just keep an eye on that crack, make sure it doesn't exceed any further, and hopefully it'll hold together. So anyway, let's get some shapes on it. We'll get a shape on it, should we say. It's fairly dry, so that's a good thing. So yeah, I'm not giving up. So I think I'm pretty close with the shape. This is my main body. This is my lid. Obviously I'm going to part it in there. Then I'm just going to finish it off. I've got a tenon on there to flip the lid so I can put them. So I can turn the inside of that to fit the pot, and then I can put a little bit of a mortise inside. Yeah, mortise inside the pot to fix it to the chuck. So what I want to do now is I want to clean this crack out, and I want to get some epoxy, 2-pack epoxy glue in there, and hopefully that will seep down and hold it together. That's my plan, but we'll see. So let me get a knife and just clean that out, and then we'll see if we can get some glue down there. So I filled that, excuse me, that's now starting to sink down, so we'll let that dry and then we'll put another layer over the top of it. So hopefully then that'll sink deep enough down that when we hollow it out, that'll hold it together. If we need to put another layer on the inside, then we'll do that once it's all hollowed out. So I'm going to leave that now to dry till tomorrow, and then I'll come in and put another layer over the top of it. Like I said, we've got a rough shape, we've got a lid, just got to part those off, but I wanted to glue this all together before I parted it, so hopefully that'll be okay. So anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. So our glue's all dry, so we'll get it cleaned up, get this all cleaned up back to the original wood, and then we'll part it and finish the honey pot off. So what I'll do now is I'll use a phosphor a bit to centre that out, and then we can hollow it out. We've still got a bit of a crack in there. Hopefully, well, a lot of that we're going to turn out, so it shouldn't be too bad. We'll just have to do a little bit of repairing on this edge here, but we'll see how it goes once I get it turned out. So let's get that board out. And get the lid to fit. And then get it sanded up and cleaned up, parted. Like I say, I'm going to put a bit in there so I can hold the lid to finish the. So I want to try and make the board, the little handle for the lid, all in one piece. I don't want to make a finial for it, so I'm hoping I can clean this up, turn this to fit that, and do it so the lid fits inside, so the actual lid goes inside here, so that's sat inside it, and then the handle, make out of that piece there. So that's my plan. So let's get this cleaned up and see what we can do. Always a bit of a good advice: press record on the camera if you want to record something. I've just turned all the inside of the lid and I forgot to press record. So anyway, the inside's done, just like that. So I'm now going to try and turn, I want like a little ball on the end of this. I don't know if I'm going to get it because obviously the crack in it. We'll have to wait and see. But we'll try our best. If not, I'll have to turn it down and then put a finial out, which I don't really want to do. I want to try and do it so it's all in one piece, but we will try our best. It didn't break! Yay! It's got a bit of a crack in there. Blow that out. So we've got a bit of a crack in there, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. I don't think that'll split open anymore. I don't want to keep filling it, and to be honest, I quite like it. I quite like it with a crack in it. Quite all the excess Yorkshire grit off. So there she is. Question is, do I give it a shine, or do I leave it matted like that? Don't know, I quite like it matted like that actually. Don't know, I'll think about it and I'll come back to it. Right, so I've decided I'm going to leave it that colour actually. I quite like that, it's got like a sheen to it. So what I've got to do now is get the tenon off the bottom of it. Tenon? Yeah, tenon off the bottom. And then get it cleaned up and finished off. So can I grab this in the chuck? We will see. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know if the jaws will open far enough, but we'll see. But obviously I don't want to grab it too much and crack it. We'll see if that's good enough just to clean the end off. If I go gentle and steady, it's possible.